Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are on this journey to love. And so if you follow my messages, then one goes into the next, into the next, into the next, and it's all driven by all of us that are on this crazy journey and who are coming to me for healings and for readings. And yeah, for recently I've started doing love letters, tapping into your twin's energy and writing what I hear and then sending to you basically a love letter from your twin. And I just wanted to say thank you, because yesterday I did a video about I was going to a Gong bath workshop, and just the significance around the letters and how symbolic that is for me on my journey. And just wanted to say thank you again to everyone that emailed and commented, and just to say thank you, because honestly it is quite an amazing journey. When I went into, I knew something significant was going to happen in the day yesterday, and I always set the intent for everything that I do to help all twin flames into their union. And let me tell you, I was quite, again, kind of taken aback, because the whole day he based around the Star of David, which is divine union, which is the marrying of the divine feminine, divine energies in every single one of us. And so it was quite amazing, the amount of things that was in the course, and the number of people that were doing the course was 7, which is, again, your spiritual path and your soul path. And the number of things that basically in each of the Gong baths, if you can get to a Gong bath that's near you, then I would highly, highly recommend you going. It was quite amazing. So it's using sound therapy and sound healing on these beautiful, massive drums. And it was really, really powerful. And what was so amazing is all of the things that he referenced. Now, if you follow these messages, then you'll know what I'm talking about, because the first thing he said about Genie and the lamp and having to rub the lamp. And if you know them, I do a lamp business and my twin makes the shades for us. So that was one of the first things he started talking about. The next one was he was talking about Eckhart Tolle. Now, Eckhart Tolle is a guy that writes about the presence of being in the now. And one of the last times I met my twin, he said that he was reading that book, which was, I was like, really? Wow. The next thing is that he starts talking about ducks, and he said, oh, you know the story of the ducks. Now, again, if you follow these messages, then ducks play a huge part, because ducks, once they find their partner, they mate for life. And so ducks are always, always a sign of your divine counterpart, right? He also then started talking about the stags. Stags are unconditional love and have been a common theme coming through in messages as well. He then talked about, the wave and riding the wave, but not only riding the wave, but actually swimming through the wave. All of the things that, you know, especially with the energies coming up to the equinox, right? And now there is this sense of balance after, because now we're like day and night again. I mean, so it was just quite incredible, because like in virtually every single thing he said was linking back to all of the messages that we've had over the time. But what was really lovely is at the end, he started talking about the golden ratio, and the golden ratio being something that we see in all wildlife, in all life, basically. And the golden ratio is also about he started referencing the golden triangle and all of these things. And it was very much around, you know, the golden energies that we're using on this journey to elevate ourselves higher and higher into our soul awareness, right? But then the last thing he said, which I just couldn't believe, is if you follow these messages, then Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, I'm sure has meaning for lots of us, because, you know, that's what that we are. Once you find this journey, then you realize that we are really here to live our lives like children. And so therefore Peter Pan and Tinkerbell is how we should be living our life, you know, like that kind of sense of, you know, forever young. So right at the end, when I'm saying goodbye to him, he suddenly does this kind of like pose, and he says Peter Pan. And I'm like looking at him, and it was just so abstract because it was so not, you know, it was just kind of like my twin working through him again. And I was just like, okay. And it was just the most bizarre thing. But it was so amazing this day that I would highly recommend going to a Gong bath, because it really was on every level I really felt like, you know, basically clearing away lots and lots. You know, my intent for the day was to release all blocks that are preventing divine union. You know, and because we're a collective consciousness, that is not just you, when you do that, you're releasing it for not just you but everyone. And I really felt that. I felt like basically like, yeah, it was just quite an incredible experience. So I would highly recommend a Gong bath. So when I came back last night from it, I thought, right, I'm going to do a conversation with the divine counterparts just to see how they felt about that. And so this is the conversation. So it says, what do they want me to know today? And it was about that this relationship is fated. And what do they want to say but can't? And it is that they want to be able to do everyday things with you. Even chopping wood is exciting with you, you know. Washing dishes is exciting with you. Everything, just having that everyday life that they want. They want to share in your everyday life. So what do they feel about you now? And this is about they wanting to be able to take their mask off, because they want you both to take your masks off so you can be vulnerable together. So you can see the gold that glitters within, right? So they want you to know that they want you to be vulnerable, and they want you to see and appreciate and be compassionate for their vulnerability as well. Because what are they feeling in their heart? And they are feeling you, and they're wanting to change their lives because you are the call of their heart. And so opening themselves up to wanting to take the mask off, right? Wanting to be more vulnerable, wanting to have the courage to do that, because, you know, that's a really, really challenging place to be, is when you know that you want to take your mask off and you know you want to be vulnerable, but it doesn't come easy to you. So what is going on in their head is this sense of, I can't think of anything else but you, because your soul, this is number 7, because the soul is calling to you. And so because of that, they're going round and round and round and round in circles, right, in their head about how, you know, how is this going to happen? What am I going to do? Kind of thing. But also it's the sense of the soul also is elevating up and up and up and higher and higher and higher. And the more that you realise that you're doing this together, and the more you can be compassionate for each other on the journey and say, literally, duck you to fear and doubt, then the more that you rise up in both of your elevations, right? And you both help each other's souls. That's so what I felt yesterday. It was such a powerful day. It was just quite overwhelming, and I really felt a complete rebirth. It was, yeah, it was really, really amazing. And so this is what you have to appreciate, is that every step of the journey there'll be something else that you feel like you've broken to a new level. And it is like, you know, very often we get these gaming analogies and healings, and it's like, you know, you've got the golden egg so you can go up a level. And that's what happens on the journey. You just get to another level, and then you're like, oh my God, where can I go from here? And then you're like, oh, okay, I can go. There's another stage to go to, which is what, and they never end, which is why it's such an incredible, incredible journey. And this is what they're feeling. Remember, everything that you're doing with your energy, they feel as well. So that's why even more important to say, duck you to fear and doubt, because I'm moving on up, right? So what does the universe want you to focus on, and what does it want you to know about your union? And this is that this relationship is serendipitous, that it is meant to be, right? That it is here for a reason, and it's controlled by Spirit. So Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey. Someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs that Spirit presents. So That's what the universe wants you to know. What does the universe want you to know about your reunion? And it is about taking that breath in and realizing when you take the time to focus on the here and now, to focus on the present, to be in your heart, that is where you feel your twin. Look at the card. It even has your twin's face right in the heart of you. So this is the guidance. It is about patience, about knowing that everything is happening in the right time because it's a serendipitous relationship. So the universe says, don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So the universe says, chill out, it's serendipitous, and also take the time to just breathe and know that this is going to happen. So patience is key. What does your twin want you to know about the union? And this is so lovely, and about the reunion, is that he is thinking, now it's number 44, which is the woman that holds a heart in the energy deck that I use. And so that's why I always know whenever I see this card, it means that he's thinking about you. And also that you're the blessed, that this relationship is blessed. It's about number 22, which is the Star of David, divine hope, and also keep the faith and hope. So trust, trust, trust. It's a blessed relationship. Now, I'll just read out what 22 says, and then I'm going to go to the special message that I asked for to find out what's going on for them, right? So, you are moving towards a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union is blessed by the divine and will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and with spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. Right. Now I ask, what special message or what's going on for you? And look at the cards that came out. It's like bam, 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 one after the other. So firstly, it is they want change, to create change in their life because this is how they're feeling. Completely out in the cold, not fitting in with their surroundings anymore, not fitting in with the people that they're hanging out with, wanting to clean up their lives, wanting to be living in unconditional love, wanting to create the balance within them because they're completely out of whack. And they know that there is a change coming because they can feel that in the heart, right? They're feeling the pull of the heart more and more, which is sending them off kilter, which is why they know that they need to clean stuff up, move out of things because they don't feel, they're feeling like this, completely orphaned and out in the cold. So what they're knowing is that there's a fork in the road, right, for them. What am I going to do? I've got decisions to make, and I know that I need to take a leap of faith because they know that you are their treasure island. You are the unconditional love. You are the change that needs to happen. And it's all happening in divine timing because you are their unfinished symphony. So there you go. Again, a beautiful story. And just to remember that this is this is the special message that they wanted to say. So you just look at all of that. Basically, they've got every single card that is about turmoil, chaos, all of this stuff. It's all going on for them, which is why you might feel that too. So be compassionate with each other. Remember, you're in the journey together. The other thing is, this is what we were doing in the workshop yesterday. Literally, we had to draw the Star of David, and for each of the gong bars, we had to write down around the 6 points and then the 7th point in the middle what it meant for us, right? And so this is what you have to remember. You're marrying the union of divine masculine, divine feminine within everyone. So trust, 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 because this relationship is blessed. All right, take care. Bye.